What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pregame Show. I'm your host, Andy Lowe, and we're joined today with funny man Derek Feeman. He's not free.
Not free. It costs a lot. I'm basically a prostitute.
There's a fee. It's Feeman.
There's a fee. It's not a big fee because I'm not shit. I don't know what I'm doing.
Still an open micer. Still technically free.
Yeah.
So
$1.
We got our beer. What are you drinking today, Derek? What are you going to be chugging?
For the chugging, I'm going to be doing a Sierra Nevada Summerfest lager.
All right. And you're going to pour that in a mug, or you're going to chug out of the bottle like a savage? All right. Duff mug.
I might do both. I might just...
Beautiful duff mug. Mix it in the bottle in your mouth, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. Well, let's get it going.
Pouring.
I actually haven't had a drink of alcohol all week. Kind of an off week. Weird.
I had one in...
Just challenging myself, but you may beat me in this chug. I'm very slow. Tell me when you're ready. I pour mine way in advance so I don't have any head. That's my tactical advantage against guests.
I should have. I had it in the fridge, so I wouldn't be drinking it really fucking long. All right. Have some head.
Oh, by the way, this is summertime pool edition. I'm in the kiddie pool out here. Derek's just hanging out. Yep, May 15th, 2020. Still in the quarantine, technically. But we're chugging. Yeah?
This will be known as year one of the quarantine in the future.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
They're non-consecutive years, though, so we skip them.
Oh, okay. It's like Grover Cleveland.
Yeah, on your own. Yeah.
All right, ready? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. On 3, we chug, all right?
Okay.
Ready? On 3, we cheers and then chug, okay?
So 1, 2, 3,
1,
cheers. Chug.
Cheers, chug. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Ding! Oh, I told you, it's that head. Too much foam.
Yeah, it's the head.
I get you. All right, now we're ready to get going. So you're just chilling outside, but you are still in a quarantine, right?
Yes, I'm outside. We have a backyard with trees and food and shit. But...
Oh yeah, you live with your whole family, right? How's that been with the quarantine?
Good.
Tell me, who do you live with? Tell me everybody you live with. How many people?
My mom, dad, technically all my brothers, but one of them's been his girlfriends for the last few months.
How many brothers is that?
I have 3 brothers.
Oh yeah, me too.
My older brother hasn't been here for a couple months. I got a twin brother and a younger brother. Younger brother bought the booze, so
hell yeah! Everybody's over 21. That's awesome.
And it's his. And my grandpa's with us for another month.
How many people is that? Was that like 9 people?
7. Well, 6. Okay. There's one of my brothers in here. My grandpa doesn't live.
How's that been in the quarantine? Is it nice to have company, or are you getting tired of them?
I'm just tired of not having privacy. Usually here I have more privacy because everyone else is. We have a back room here that has a big TV. That's where I watch all my shit.
That's sweet. Do the older people kind of group up and the younger ones group up, or is there cliques? What's it like?
Are there cliques? The clique is my twin brother ignores everyone. Yeah.
That really is a twin brother? I thought that was a joke on Instagram.
No, I have a twin brother, yeah.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
He's the accident of the family, actually. One of my first...
You were planned and he's an accident?
For that plan.
What is that? Can we get any of these people on the podcast? I got mosquitoes out here.
My twin brother's playing a game. Younger brother's working. My dad, I don't know. But yeah, one of my first stand-up jokes I used to make that my twin brother's the accident of the family.
You were planned?
Yeah, because nobody tries to make twins, and I was.
That's great.
So
that's priceless.
It was one of the first jokes I made. Yeah, I go further. But.
So overall, though, you'd say it's pretty good. The quarantine's treating you okay. You don't mind it?
Overall, we have cabin fever and all that shit. Yeah, I'm ready to get out, but I understand we need to ease into the getting back to normal.
When do you think it comes back? When do you think we go back to normal, or at least into a place where most people are not wearing masks and we can fill the capacity comedy store?
Fill the capacity comedy store. I don't know if capacity will happen for a while.
Years. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
Like vaccine.
I've been thinking about it.
It was after vaccine, but
you think you're gonna have to carry around papers that prove you've been vaccinated?
That I don't know.
Think we're headed in that direction?
I think what some places might do, like what the Disneyland or theme parks might do, is like they check people's fevers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like they could check you at entrance for that. I don't know.
No, what I've heard is, but what about asymptomatic people? Like 60% or something, like 80% of people who have it showed no symptom, not even a fever. So they're coming in and spreading it, and that didn't do anything. It just is like a false sense of security.
Yeah, and those people spread it more than the people that have symptoms.
By the way, how do you love this beer float? Isn't it perfect for podcast?
Oh, yeah, I wish it was real. I wish we could drink that.
This, it fits in the pool like exactly the dimensions of the pool. So it's just a pool with a float on top. It's like a waterbed, inflatable waterbed.
Is it bigger than you?
No, not longer. It's fatter.
It's fatter. That's what's important though, girth.
Yeah, girth. I'm gonna girth. Damn it.
I don't know. We'll be back to normal after vaccine. We'll start opening things up in the next few months. It's gonna be a try.
Yeah, I think so. Well, a lot of places like Texas and shit are just like, fuck it, we're doing it. We're opening back up. Yeah, Oklahoma, I heard. They're just opening right back.
Second wave. I don't want to have to go back to being.
I know.
These 2 months have been the longest year of my life.
I know. And I keep hearing about people in their late 20s, like, having a really tough go of it all of a sudden. It's like, oh, fuck, I'm in my late 20s.
Economically, our age group is fucked. We've lived through 2.
No, I mean, we were supposed to be, like, basically immune to it. I've been hearing horror stories about people, like, being really fucked up by it and dying in the hospital at, like, 28. I'm 28. Yeah. I don't like that.
I think it's
a very, very small percentage of people.
We have an underlying condition. But
that's true. That's true.
Don't always know.
My underlying condition
sometimes
is they smoke way too much weed.
They find the condition after you die, though, sometimes. So.
Right. I've heard that they're just to pump up the numbers and get more funding. I know it sounds like a shady thing to do, but come on, it's the pharmaceutical industry.
They can use
if you die of anything but you had any symptoms of COVID, they call it a COVID death. So they'll get more ventilators and funding.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
I am too, but it gives an inflate. It's like 100,000 people have died, but not really like 12,000 have of actual.
What if it's like only 400?
Yeah, 14 people.
It's all in Kentucky.
It would only be in Kentucky. Fuck Mitch McConnell. So what else has been going on? It's so hard to talk. It's so hard to think of any other topics. What else is going on?
I don't know. I've been writing a lot of jokes. I don't know. Like,
you want to burn all that material here? Let's hear all of them.
I don't have all of them memorized. That's the thing with this. It's usually like when stand-up is a thing, like I obsess over memorizing it and making it perfect. But now that I know there's no chance of me saying
there's no chance. You're just like,
read it. I'm like,
move on to the next thing.
Good enough. And then I just go on. So it's like, so I've been putting the writing, but not the.
Yeah, I wrote a great one last night, and it's on my phone here. I can't even read it. I don't even remember the subject.
Exactly, like, that's the thing. I remember like 2 a.m. when there's no.
How fleeting it is. Yeah. Well, good thing the jokes aren't funny anyway. So.
They're jokes.
No harm, no foul. Nobody's missing anything.
If they were funny, we'd be getting paid.
Oh man, these Zoom meetings, these Zoom calls. Oh, I see somebody through the window in there. Get him on the. I guess.
Well, that's my grandpa. He's probably taking his pills.
Get him in here. Let's talk about the war. Which war was he in?
None of them.
What? Is he a draft dodger?
No.
Well, how old is he? He must have been alive for at least Vietnam.
He wasn't. Yeah. He wasn't like in any of the wars.
He was near Vietnam.
Like he was in America.
He was in Vietnam, but he was in the Vietnam War.
I don't think they drafted anyone from Detroit because they figured their lives were hard enough. Like, oh, Detroit, nah. Good luck.
Not back then. Back then, it was awesome. Detroit was like booming. Detroit was like the
50s,
shit.
In the 50s, not in the 70s. When my dad.
Yeah, that's true. Detroit sucks. Damn.
For a reason. Yeah, Detroit sucks. It's like the only.
That's such a bummer. It used to be such a great city. Now they'll like pay you to come take one of their houses and demolish it.
It's the only like major city where its population has decreased for like the last 50 years.
Yeah.
I'm in Michigan. The only state.
Shout out to all Detroit listeners. We don't have any.
Maybe 2.
So no harm, no foul again.
It's not.
Great. This is the best part about their filming. Car alarms.
Oh, planes. Yeah. It's got a nice rhythm to it, though.
It's kind of nice. It reminds me of just outdoor noises I've been missing, you know?
It was almost like a metronome. keeping the pace.
Yeah, it is keeping me on beat, keeping this thing flowing.
I guess for me, the quarantine isn't really like any different because I'm still working. So
you used to just be just to hang at home. Well, the difference
I feel
is
even busier now is the thing.
Yeah.
I'm writing with
and the weird thing is,
Paul. I'm writing my own stuff, so it's like all the stand-up that I do on the weekends at nights, I'm just like replacing that with more writing. So
we got writing sessions tomorrow.
Yeah. So it's like
or Sunday.
I'm just when this quarantine's over, the first thing I'm doing is taking a break.
Derek, that ain't the right mindset.
For like 3 days. I'm just one weekend taking a break.
You're finally just staying at home, leaving everything else behind.
Yeah. One weekend I'll take a break and then go back to stand-up when it's all normal. But that first weekend's going to be great.
Dude, I'm so dying to be back at the Comedy Store day one.
I can't wait.
When everybody...
Like, I'm looking forward to bombing.
No. I want to see all the, like, veterans day one after their first 8-week break ever. Can you imagine how that's going to be?
They're going to age
historic.
More than they did in the presidency. They're going to look so much older.
I agree. Have you been seeing these celebrities without their makeup artists and their hairstylists?
No.
It's brutal. Anna keeps showing me Martha Stewart. She's looking, I mean, she's an old lady, but.
Does she look like Betty White, basically?
No, Betty White's beautiful. She looks rough. Betty White's an angel. Don't you ever say that again.
I think the U.S. and England are in a competition on whether Betty White or the Queen of England dies first.
Ooh, let's take bets.
Like the Revolutionary War.
Here's why I'm afraid of taking bets on that. I'm afraid they'll both outlive us. Both of us.
They will. But I mean, with the two of them.
I don't want to take bets on that. But if I had to, what would you take?
I would, purely because of the age difference, I would bet on Betty White dying first.
How old are each of them? Do you know?
They're both in their 90s, but Betty's like 6 years older or something.
But she hasn't had the weight of the world on her shoulders. I know the Queen doesn't.
Yeah, the Queen has, and she's still old, so.
Yeah.
She has less responsibilities now.
I wanted to take the Queen, but now that we talk about it, I think I would go Betty White's can outlive that bitch.
Betty White's can outlive that bitch?
Betty White's can outlive The Rock. That's disturbing.
She will. She'll replace him in the movie. It's equal to the movie that he died when he filmed.
Yeah, what if gene splicing gets so advanced in the future?
Betty White replaced him halfway because he died in filming of old age.
Oh my gosh. If you put it up to like a vote, okay, The Rock's dead, but technically we can put somebody else who's very old, their head on his body, who you want, the internet would vote Betty White, I bet.
Betty White? Yeah.
Yeah. It would be badass.
Right? Or like, who's an old dude that like everyone would recognize?
Maybe like Han Solo or
Harrison Ford?
Yeah. Or same initials.
I would say like Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried.
He's old.
Why is it? He was just on the last Bill Burr podcast. You got to listen to that, by the way. Anybody who's listening to this, you'd love the Bill Burr podcast. Bill Burr, Burt Kreischer. It's hilarious. Bill Burr.
Podcast like 3 times. Yeah. It's great every 3 times I listen to it.
But this time, listen to the Gilbert Gottfried episode. You get a lot of like really old school comedy stories. It's hilarious.
I just want to see like, I don't know, or Mel Brooks. I would put Mel Brooks on Twitter.
Mel Brooks is fucking badass, yeah. And Carl Reiner, obviously.
They need to come back and do the
comedy partner. But have you witnessed or participated in any of these Zoom meeting open mics?
I watched one because I was thinking of participating in one, but I'm like, I'm gonna watch it first to see how it goes, and it was awkward. Because for me,
it's a goddamn train wreck. What do you want?
I'm always like an anxiety-induced person. I do stand up. I mean, because I love it mainly, but like the actual being in front of people is
that's the best part. And think about the balls it takes here's the other thing that nobody thinks about. The balls it takes. Of course, it takes balls to get on stage, but as an audience member, the balls it takes to just stand up. No one's laughing. A very well lit audience, and just leave the room. And just leave the room. It takes balls to do that. Nobody does that unless they're problematic or something. Yeah. But in a Zoom meeting, I've seen people just fail. You just have to click ends.
You have something to fight about.
There's just, you're watching your audience. It's like 9 people, and then it's like 8, 7.
Yeah,
5.
no, I think based on just how
It was just giving me anxiety, and I was like, I gotta stay just so this guy doesn't hang himself at the end of the
one, right?
I can't believe him. What if he's still sitting there telling jokes to no one?
But then you run into the problem of it might be so bad you want to hang yourself. So then who's stopping you?
Right. Who's the real victim here?
Right.
I saw somebody post.
Who watches The Watchmen? You know.
I forgot who it was. I saw somebody post on Instagram earlier today. I'm gonna be hosting a Zoom meeting open mic tonight. DM me if you want to join. And then somebody commented, "Comedians only," and he said, "Not necessarily."
I just saw someone post that.
People are trying comedy for the first time on Zoom meetings. Stand up.
See, I'm okay with like if it's like a first timer because it's like, well,
but you have to agree that's not a first time doing stand up.
But I think it might be cool for first timers because
I think it's a good way to wet your feet, but it's not. You know, it's not. There's no way it compares with the shame of driving to a place, making a night out of going,
driving to a place, freaking out, and driving home.
But then you also have to, unless you just storm out the door after your bomb, you have to just sit around and look at these people and talk to these people who didn't laugh at your jokes. It's painful. You don't have to do that on Zoom.
I love that you can't hide. You can hide in everything else, even if you're performing.
Right. Zoom meetings,
you can hide behind a guitar. You can hide behind drum set. Like,
you got a stool. You can duck behind the stool.
Yeah, exactly. You can duck those shoes that they're throwing at you. I don't know,
catch the shoes, sell them on eBay.
Yeah, then you make money.
Come on, it's 2020.
eBay, I'll even offer up. I think like a first timer because they were probably thinking of doing the open before the board.
Hey, I'm all for it. I support anybody trying it for the first time for sure. Yeah. But I just don't do it on a Zoom meeting. Just hang out, write your jokes. It's gonna go back to normal.
Yeah, I think it's okay for like a first timer, but for people at our stage who have been doing it a few years, I don't gain anything from it. I've done enough.
Yeah, no. That's what I mean. I'm just scared you would do it and be like, "This sucks." Stand-up sucks. No, it doesn't. That Zoom meetings suck. This podcast sucks.
Like, I'd rather record myself doing a set and then show people, you know.
Hey, what's your second beer? I didn't hear.
805.
Okay.
Never had that.
I'm still chilling on Coronas with no lime. I promised. Until the virus is vanquished, I will drink Corona, no lime.
I know lime.
My penance. All right.
Not limes. I got the lime tree over here.
You have a lime tree?
Lime, lemon, pomegranate.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. That changes everything, honestly. Wait, send me your address. I'm going to come by in the night with those night vision goggles.
You drive like 10 miles? Well, you drove farther than that for the goggles.
Please.
You drove to Chino for fucking goggles?
I drove to Nevada.
Really? I thought it was Chino. Or just might as well be Nevada because there's nothing fucking in Chino.
It really might as well have been with how much of a fight Anna put up about it. Okay, sure.
Oh, you have one car. That's right.
And it's an electric, so we had to charge it.
It was a full ordeal. This was like an entire weekend thing.
It was a whole weekend trip. Okay, I got some uplifting news here. Okay, we're some semblance of a show. And oddly, all uplifting news these days is, of course, still coronavirus related somehow. It's horrible.
Not quite as many people died today.
I can't find it. Yeah, it's silver linings. So let's start with the first one. New York City breaks record and goes 58 days with no pedestrian deaths. Almost 2 full months, no pedestrian deaths.
That's because
no one's out.
or because they're only getting hit by one car and not like 5.
They're only getting hit by one thing that kills them, not the automated part. Like this. They're laying in a hospital like, I'm so glad I didn't get run over, at least.
So glad
That's what they should be thinking. That's what if they were smart.
I only got hit by the bicyclist, not the...
Oh, that's true. Well, no, that'd still be a pedestrian. I think, that's true. It didn't say anything about bicyclist deaths. I bet those are up.
Or, like, what the pedestrians are hit by. Like, more people are running. Someone probably just ran into someone.
That's true. I bet runners are knife fighting a lot more. That's technically not a pedestrian.
No, they're running with, like, the blades on their arms, so they're just, like...
They're running in the rollerblade luge suit. It's just the rollerblade wheels. Don't fuck with them.
They have like those hedge cutters, and they're just like fucking running.
Long story short, people are surviving in New York. That's the headline.
Counterpoint.
That's in New York. Sub-headline from being run over by cars.
But it's still New York, so.
Otherwise, the the rate of deaths in New York has skyrocketed. I hate to mention that during uplifting news, but I don't want to be dishonest.
Like it's from like a diet of only ramen. Like I was ramen for me.
Tell me this. How is disguise like masked armed robbery not skyrocketing?
I don't know.
I've been thinking about robbing banks and shit. I'm just like, I could just walk into this bank and be like, yeah, I'm robbing you. I can walk all the way up to the bank and say, hey, I have an account here. And they say, oh, thank you. With a big respirator and sunglasses and a hat on. I'd say, oh, yeah, my account is empty, everything in the register, or I have a bomb to my chest. And they'd just be like, oh, okay, great.
They'd rather risk getting corrupted.
And you just walk out.
Money.
And they'll put your face on the news. They'll be like, do you recognize this respirator sunglasses combo? It's the perfect crime. Why is no one doing it? No, I put my hair in a bun and I squat so I look like an older Asian woman.
Yeah. And carry someone else's ID. Carry Anna's
and drop it at the scene.
There you go.
Implicate someone else.
You mug like 3 people on the
That's true evil. I was just trying to make some money. That's evil.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like if I wasn't raised in a very encouraging, supportive environment, I'd be like a criminal mastermind right
There's no proof you aren't. Okay, next one.
With my family.
Criminal mastermind. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the second part of things. Again, COVID related, Corona related. In Japan, suicides decline as COVID-19 lockdown causes shift in stress factors.
Suicides decline because more people are just getting beaten to death by their partners. Probably.
Right. Do you hear this? A global pandemic and a forced quarantine is causing suicides to decline in Japan. Their workforce is so horrible and stressful.
Japan's kind of.
They have a word for it. They have literally one word for work yourself to death. We don't have it. We have to say all those words.
What is the word?
It's like kamisiko or some shit. I don't know. Come on. You're going to get me canceled. I didn't look it up. But I read that they do. And it's because it's like shameful if you don't work your fucking fingers to the bone there. And so people who just can chill out now and you know, not work their fingers to the bone, they're not thinking about suicide. Isn't that awesome?
I think we need to get to a point where we just don't have to work ourselves to the bone.
Yes. Talk about that.
I refuse to work myself.
Explain your platform, how we get there. Obviously, the billionaires put us there.
4-day work.
Tell me how that trickles down.
4-day work weeks. Like Colorado does it, I think.
Big supporter of that.
Everyone's happier. They call out less. They show up to work more.
And let me hit you with one more thing. The day off is Wednesday.
Fuck that.
I'll explain. I worked this before. 2 days. It's 2. Almost like, there's no such thing as a work week. You only ever have to work 2 fucking days in a row.
2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on. I'd be more productive if I.
Oh my God. I was
Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday off. I'd be like.
Yeah, you get Saturday, Sunday off, all the same. But there's not that big. You're working up to Wednesday and then you're working down. You're just working till a little midweek break. Awesome break. You're back. So it makes it like.
Yeah, because I take 3-day weekends because I'm work too many days.
Think about it like with how the mentality of the day before. So if you got Wednesday off, it's Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You could stay up late so many days.
Tuesday. The amount of war zone you could squeeze in.
You're really
unprecedented.
You're only not staying up like 2 days. Not staying up. It's Sunday, Monday, and Thursday.
And this
I'd probably never use my vacation days if I had Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wouldn't you trade your vacation days for a Wednesday off every week?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's make a deal.
I mean, what I'm doing now is like I'm taking an unpaid day off every other week. And then when we go back to the office, that's when I'm using my vacation day.
Don't call it an unpaid day. Call it a weekend day.
Yeah. So I have a day off today. I've been doing unpaid days.
Yeah, that's called a 3-day weekend.
And I'm still accumulating vacation. So when we go back to the office, I'll have all of my vacation.
Uh-oh, Paul just went live. He can feel us recording this. Fuck Paul. He's on here last week. Paul, we don't mean fuck Paul. We know you're fragile, but
should we go live and just talk shit on him? No,
not yet. as soon as this is over, though, episode 11 or 12, yeah, we got to reunite that first episode and get ugly. And keep it to 1 hour, not 5 hours of recording and 2 hours of actual usable video.
And 1 hour of me peeing. I got to pee like every 20 minutes.
You have no idea how many of those I cut out, and there's still at least one in the final cut.
Like, God damn it, Derek.
That first episode was rough. If you're watching us now and haven't seen the first episode, don't waste your time. It's rough.
Guys, they're watching. There needs to be another Zoom call of me.
No, it was a funny episode. It was a good episode. The audio is just rough. It was episode 1. What do you want?
On the next one that we're in person, I have a little like Zoom recorder.
What does that mean?
It's like a little like handheld recorder.
But is it related to this Zoom app we're on right now?
No, it's entirely different thing. It's just called
What do you mean though? It's just a little camera like a GoPro?
No, it's a sound recorder. It's an audio recorder. It's like $70. I have one.
Wait, it records to itself?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you not tell me about this?
Because I bring it the last time.
But next good news.
And then I think I might have like a lapel mic also.
I had a lapel mic that night, but it was so crap.
I don't like lapel mic.
I bought a $15 one.
But I mean, if we have a lapel mic, mic, 3 different, a mic for each person, that'd be great.
Oh, that's true. But here's where it gets to be like, I quit.
You gotta
sync it off. You gotta sync it off. And then it constantly unsyncs.
That is the reason I'm not an editor.
Right, yeah. This is the reason why this podcast ain't gonna make it past 13 episodes, because it's fucking excruciating. No, this is way better. I don't have to. Well, to be fair, this audio is gonna be off. I have to sync the audio video, but I don't have to sync one. I don't have to sync 50 fucking segments.
More time to drink or play Warzone and shit. I might be down.
Cheers to that.
Right?
Hey, bing! I'll put hashtag Warzone on this, and it'll blow up.
I put hashtag Warzone on all of my Instagram videos.
I saw that. Dude, I have more followers than you, just a couple more, and you're getting 1,000 views. I'm posting sack squads and getting 40 views.
I'm getting at least 2 followers with every video. It's crazy. I don't
hashtag crap tag. That's what I'm posting.
But use the same hashtags that me and Paul use. We've been using the same
I didn't know that.
For like the last 3 weeks. And one of them is hashtag kids getting hurt. I think that's the key.
That one's blown up. I searched that one.
Everyone who doesn't.
It doesn't.
Kids search that one. Like, it's hilarious. But yeah, my last video got 3,000 views. I don't get it. You're my 200 follower and my first block. Now I'm at 202. I purposely don't follow like half the people I know. Like, I don't want to know what you're doing on social media.
Oh, what do you want to know more about me? Fuck you. Yeah.
No,
I don't either.
I don't follow family. I don't follow my family on social media.
Well, do you mean, do they follow you?
Rent-A-God is you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were my 200th.
I know.
And my first
block. And then your first what? What'd you say?
Block. You're good till you
block. What is that? Andy's third account? Block. Damn it. Account. Hey, little known fact, these are the cards from episode 1. I've just been writing over them with pen because I can't get to a kink house. Cards are on the table, all right? I flipped them. I ain't bluffing anymore.
We should do another Zoom meeting with Paul and we can not let him speak.
Yeah.
Just like but what about, and then we just interrupt him every single time.
No, some sort of ball gag situation. He'd be into that. I'm not into it.
We started. Yeah.
He'd be way too into that. I'd get uncomfortable. I thought I was pranking him.
It'd just be me and him.
Shit. All right. Well, it's just a beautiful day, dude. What are you doing the rest of the day? I mean, we're in quarantine. There's not much to do, but what are you going to try to salvage?
I might write for like half an hour. Other than that, probably just TV, movies, video games.
Let me just give a quick shot.
I go for a run. I've been running less and less every single day.
Yeah, Anna was preparing for a half marathon, and then this happened, and that was a thing of the past now.
I just really miss gyms because I went to a gym that had a movie theater in it. So like,
you went what?
One of the gyms I go to like has like a little theater room and they play movies.
Whoa, both of those are canceled.
I would just go in and like pedal for like 45 minutes watching like Blades of Glory.
Watching a movie? Where is that?
Choose Fitness. It's mainly in Orange County.
That's awesome.
There's one in like Buena Park, Anaheim.
Get a sip off.
And one day they were playing Blades of Glory, and I spent an hour.
Blades of Glory, yeah. Schwartzen. Yeah, just watching another Sandler movie last night. Some of those Netflix Sandler movies are actually pretty funny.
The Netflix Adam Sandler ones?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
The Week of with Chris Rock. It's just funny.
I haven't seen Ridiculous 6 or any of that Netflix.
No. Don't waste your time on those. But the last couple that have come out, they've really gotten their shit together. Oh, really good movie I would suggest. The Wrong Missy, starring David Spade. Fucking just came out like 2 days ago. It's #1 on Netflix right now. Hilarious. It's got everybody in it. You would love it.
Parasite.
Huh?
I'm gonna watch Parasite probably.
Wait. Oh, Parasite's a great movie.
It's on Hulu. I haven't seen it.
Oh, watch that tonight. You'll love it.
I wanted to see it in theaters, but my friends were not available. So now they're
you didn't hit me up. I guess I'm.
I didn't know you in November.
Oh, didn't we? I'm not.
It was January.
Oh, look how far this friendship has blossomed.
You're my 2020 friend. At this rate, my last.
I'm a pandemic friend. I brought this into your world, probably.
No, it was Kobe. Kobe was the glue. He died in the pandemic.
Kobe was the canary in the coal mine. He was just like,
and the virus came to the
he was one of those. Do you get the feeling he was one of those like deep Freemason type people who knew this shit was coming? It was just like, I'm out.
That's like I'm getting in helicopter.
I'm going.
He was the glue. Yeah. He
was the glue that held this reality together. I know. I didn't know that before, but I know it now. Yeah.
Him and Keanu in The Matrix.
Don't you ever say anything, Keanu. Keanu's fine, isn't he?
Keanu's great. He's gonna.
Don't scare me like that. I really don't like that.
If Keanu dies.
There was Keanu
with him.
No. If Keanu goes, I'm out.
I'm out. Seppuku, whatever it is. Seppuku.
I don't have a reason to live here anymore if Keanu's gone. That's real. Okay.
There's a third Bill and Ted coming. How do you feel about that?
What's that?
There's a third Bill and Ted movie coming out this year. How do you feel?
Ooh, I feel good about that. Keanu hasn't aged a day, and the other one is aged
like a week and a half.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a little different, but damn, he looks really good for his age.
Yes.
I'm stoked about it. I can't wait to see that. Also, Eric Andre, that movie, Bad Trip, it's been sold to Netflix.
Oh shit!
It's coming out in theaters, but now it's been sold to Netflix because of COVID. So check that out. That's gonna be good. And he's got his. Can you believe Eric Andre has his first comedy special coming out right now? It took that long. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's for special, but he was doing other shit for a long time, so he wasn't focusing on stand-up.
True that.
Show and.
Remember his stand-up monologues on Eric Andre's show? Those are priceless.
That's not going anymore, is it? That ended?
Oh, but they're bringing it back. I looked it up. They're bringing it back this year. Oh, but that was before COVID, actually. God damn it.
So they're bringing it back next year.
Yeah.
Everything's
They really are, though. He's blowing up right now again, so they are.
Coming next year. Best Picture is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog. Because there's been nothing else released this year.
Nothing else released, yeah. What else released? Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys, Birds of Prey, that Ben Affleck drunk movie, which is everyone's life right now.
What is that? Batman 3?
Batman 3? I don't know.
I missed that one.
He released a movie where he was like an alcoholic and came out like right before the shutdown.
A documentary?
No, it was like a fictional one. It was like an indie movie.
Huh.
Yeah, it was good.
Play on reality. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
there's gonna be 3 Best Fiction nominees. There's gonna be no Best Original Song.
It'll get a nod. It ain't gonna win shit.
There's gonna be like 2 actor nominees because Sonic.
Yep. Ben Affleck and drunk Ben Affleck.
Sober Ben Affleck and drunk Ben Affleck. No, they say Ben
different
Affleck.
People. You don't know him.
They say Ben Affleck and sober Ben Affleck because drunk is the default.
Oh, that's the real one. Yeah.
Best picture is going to be between Harley Quinn, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Bad Boys for Life.
Birds of Prey was like the worst
Okay.
DC movie of all time, wasn't it?
No, because there was still Suicide Squad and Justice League. Birds of
I
Prey
heard it did worse. I heard it did
Prey.
worse, and they tried to blame it on coronavirus, and not just like nobody asked for this.
The box office was worse, but the movie
quality
was a little bit better. Yeah,
it was. No. I'm talking about sales. It apparently lost like $180 million.
Like end of February, right before everything shut down.
Yeah. And people are like, "Am I going to fucking risk my?" We didn't even know to wear masks yet, and people are like, "That movie sucks." I'm not.
Yeah.
I went and saw Invisible fucking Man in early March.
I've seen an Invisible Man every day.
What does that mean? Somebody molesting you?
I don't know.
What does that mean? Talk about that.
Talk about it? He might be listening.
Who is it?
I don't know. My dad.
We'll revisit that. Note to self. Derek is an invisible man every day. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Just let him work through that.
I think even if people were told Birds of Prey is the last movie because the world's ending, they still probably wouldn't see it in theaters.
I wouldn't. What am I going to see? I don't care about superhero movies. And you give me an all-female one? I don't care about superhero movies.
I've seen
already out.
I've seen like all of the superhero movies. I like them.
All of them? You've seen all the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU?
Yeah.
Every one of them?
There's some of them that are really good, and there's some of them that are bad.
How was Ant-Man?
They've gotten better with like each phase.
Was Ant-Man any good?
Ant-Man's okay. Ant-Man is one of the funniest characters.
I love Paul Rudd. I was only interested in that one. I still didn't see it.
No, like the movies each like phase.
And I heard Greg Turkington was in it.
Yeah, because it's like they started off like more generic origin stories, and they started to get directors that had their own style. So you had like Taika Waititi, James Gunn, like they got better and better every year.
Okay.
Basically, Winter Soldier on, they're all.
They only had an infinite budget on every one of them, so.
Well, not the first 5 years. They weren't proven.
It wasn't Disney then?
No, Disney didn't produce one of the movies till like 2012. Yeah. So it was like the first phase before the first Avengers was like good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. And then after Avengers was like good, good, bad.
Dude,
bad.
I just listened to. Here's how I know that Disney's evil and blacklist you shit is not real. I was just listening to the Bill Burr. You know how? Do you ever listen to Bill Burr's podcast?
Once in a while.
On Thursdays, he does like a new 30 minutes or an hour or something, and then he does an old episode. His editor throws in an old episode from the same day, like 10 years before. So it's 2 hours instead of 1 hour. And so 10 years ago today, he was saying, "Do you know how much I fucking hate Star Wars and fucking Star Wars nerds?" He was a character in The Mandalorian in the first season. Yeah. That's how I know. There's always yeah, and Breaking Bad. But he never shit on Breaking Bad. You know, he straight up said, "I hate Star Wars," and got into Mandalorian.
Yeah, like if you shit on Breaking Bad, you get thrown in jail. Like,
is that true? Probably in New Mexico.
Even like the child molesters hate you.
Yeah, they shank you. You're gonna get Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude! I finished my reel like 20 minutes ago. We need to wrap this up. Do you have any more insights on what's going on or what's about to happen that you'd like to share? So it seems prophetic if it did come true.
I don't know. I think the world would be a lot easier if we were all animated.
Ooh.
Because we could just draw a vaccine, and then we have a vaccine, and we'll go back to normal.
Chalk
These are my thoughts now.
You're thinking of chalk zone. You're starting to dream in chalk zone. You can just go. You can just draw a square in the air and then say, "Corona vaccine" on it, and then, found it.
Corona vaccine.
No, we don't live in chalk zone anymore, dude.
Yeah.
It ain't 2002.
That's in my thoughts.
Sure. Man, that'd be good though if it was. How bad did you want to live in chalk zone? Did you ever watch that show?
No, but I know of it.
God, I want to live in chalk zone.
Yeah. I'd do like 2 weeks.
Longer than I want to be in. And then you get back and you realize you can't draw big titted bitches.
I would try though.
You're like, send me back. Let me go back. I want to go back. Put me back in chalk zone for good.
Yeah. I'd be there for 2 weeks, which is still longer than I'd ever be in New York or Boston.
Yeah, that's true. What if you got Corona in Chalk Zone? You came back.
Vaccine. It's not Corona. It's Kool-Aid.
Corona.
Corona.
Don't go to Chalk Zone. I promise you, you won't come back.
No.
All right, dude. I got to drain this pool. Let's wrap this up. Any final comments?
No, I got nothing.
Do you want to put your granddad on here to threaten me about the war or something?
I don't say anything. I don't think he can talk about baseball. I don't think he's around.
Damn it.
He's a big baseball.
All right, well, still a pretty good episode. You doing all right over there?
Yeah. I just want to leave.
All right. Yeah. Doing all right over here. I think we're going to be okay. I think we'll be back in the green room and in the studio in the office in there in like a month tops.
Yeah. Even if you could just meet people.
Well, at some point it's just going to be I don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm not going out.
Yeah.
So you can come over if you're also not going out.
Exactly. Yeah. I just want to be able to meet someone.
I know, hang out with people you're pretty sure aren't sick.
A writing session in person, 5 feet apart.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's true. All of our writing sessions have been virtual.
Yeah, and it's good, but it's not as effective. We would have had 10 episodes written in person.
I know.
And a whiteboard. I've been looking at
a whiteboard. Oh my God, we'd be Silicon Valley by now.
Buy when we're back to normal. I'm just gonna buy all these office stuff for whiteboards that you flip.
You know, whiteboard with
flipping whiteboards.
Wheels.
Yeah, with the wheels.
A rolly whiteboard.
You know,
so we can roll it over there.
Yeah,
flip it.
You want that?
This is why you're an idiot.
So we can have an actual office.
So you can have a whole full whiteboard and go to flip it, and somebody drew a dick on the other side.
Yeah.
Who did this? Yeah, I miss that too.
I'll pay $200 for it. I don't care.
Yeah, we need a good whiteboard. You're right.
Need a great sitcom is a good whiteboard.
Yeah, it could be any color. I don't want to be racist. It could be brown.
Just get one of those panels from Home Depot.
I'll paint my wall in whiteboard so we can just write on it. All right, dude. Hey, have you finished both your beers?
Yes.
Wow, then what are we doing here? All right, let's go refill. Hey, everybody, thank you for joining pregame show. Shout out to Derek for being there. And he's recording this episode, so if you ever see this, thanks to him. We're on Zoom.
You're editing. I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'll be editing. I'm too sure.
Drop off to the driver.
Exactly. All right, well, next time you're on, we'll be in person, and hopefully it's next month, right?
Yes. We'll be in person, but we'll still make calls from via computer.
Via Zoom. Cheers, dude.